Hello everybody, my name is Macy, the owner of Lucky Lucky Studios, and today we're going to be making macrame wristlets. Your macrame kit will include 4 pieces, 2 of which are these 7-foot long cords, and we have one 16-inch long cord and then one 1-inch keychain. You will not need this cord until the very end, so you can go ahead and put it to the side, and let's start working with these guys. Alright, so I already added one of these on here for reference so you can see what we're going to be doing with the other one. And so you'll go ahead and take this cord and measure out 2 feet and 5 feet. So it'll end up being like this, but the inside section here is going to be 2 feet long, and then the outside is going to be 5 feet long. The reason for this is that we're going to be knotting these over together, and you're going to be using much more of this outside cord. And so once you've measured, you'll go ahead and put the longer side on the outside and the shorter side on the inside. So these 2 inner cords are going to be 2 feet in length, and then these 2 outer cords are going to be 5 feet in length. Now to attach it, you'll go ahead and loop this over and just get a little bit there. And then take this cord and put it in through. So here's a better angle. So you can see I put it through there, and I'm gonna pull that all the way. And then just kind of take this and tighten upwards. And again, just double check that your shorter cord is on the inside. This is my 2-foot cord. We can double check with this one as well, because you'll have to add both of those on there. And so once this is all set, you'll have 5 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot, 5 foot. Alright, so now we're going to want to do half of a square knot up top, that way it stays secure. And so you'll go ahead and put this over like this, and then take this outside cord, put it over that first cord, and then under them and back through here. And if you need to, you can go ahead and slow this down, rewind, whatever you need, but go ahead and pull that through. And you can kind of see how that worked. So this first cord on the far left, you put it over everything, under, wrap that around. Once that's there, you can go ahead and tighten. And you want to tighten that pretty secure, because this is what's going to be holding it together very well. Alright, so now that we have this all secure, we're going to go ahead and skip an inch, so it'll probably be around here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just about an inch, and we're going to go ahead and do a full square knot. So to do that, we'll take this as we did the last time, and then take your right cord and go over, and then under the back 2, and then bring it up through this circle right here. So it's over, under the middle 2, and then back through that hole over there. And you'll go ahead and pull it, and then we can tighten that a bit together. And then again, keep that about an inch up right there. And then so that's half your square knot, and now we're gonna do the right side of that square knot to make it one full one. And so now you'll go ahead and take this right cord first, bring it around like that, and then the left cord above, and now you're going to bring that under this cord, under these 2 middle, and back through this hole. And so we'll do that together. We'll take it under this cord, under these 2, and back through this hole here, and go ahead and pull it through, and you can kind of bring it back together like this. And we just go ahead and tighten that as much as you can, but maintain that inch little gap that we have right there. Alright, so now that we did that first one, that counts as 1 square knot. 1 square knot includes that left side and the right side. We're going to go ahead and repeat that pattern 23 times. If you'd like your wristlet to be a little bit smaller, you can do it a little bit less. For me, I'll do 23, and we'll meet back here. And as you're making your wristlet, try to maintain a relatively consistent tension within your rope. And so you can kind of go through and pull on it like this, and kind of make sure it's straight. Just wiggle it a little bit. It works with you. And you can keep that tension going strong on there. The reason for this is just so it's straight and kind of consistent throughout your entire one. It won't make a huge difference, so no big worries if you're finding trouble with that. And just a side note for ease as you're going through, If you're struggling with counting how many stitches you have, you can go ahead and see on the side here. I usually check on the left just for simplicity, but see, this is 1, that is 2. So you'll see like those loops coming together. So 1, 2, and then that'll make it where you can easily count how many you have so far. Alright, so I'm back and I've had 23 square knots all done on here. So what we're gonna do now that you're at this position is you're gonna grab the end here and go ahead and flip it up and line it right there where your other braids meet. So before that inch that we left in the beginning, we're gonna line that up there and take all of this extra string that's here and we're gonna loop it through this little part of the keychain. So I'll just kind of do it one by one so it's not too much going through there at once. Alrighty, so we have our square knots lined up on both sides and we've gotten our rope through the top here of the keychain. So you'll go ahead and flip it over to the back where all of these are hanging over. And now you can go ahead and grab this smaller rope that we had in the very beginning. Alright, so now we'll take that smaller rope that we had in the beginning and you're going to go ahead and make a gathering knot. And so what that means is just having it like this and this side below, do a little bit smaller. Some more like this, and we're gonna put that right in that little 1-inch section that we had made in the very beginning. And you can go ahead and pick it up, and you're just gonna wrap this cord around very tightly, and you're leaving this little bit on the very top right there. So we'll wrap it around. And again, you're making this snug because this is what's gonna hold everything together. Wrapping around. I think I'll do one more. So now you're at the end here and you'll have a little bit left of this right here. And you're gonna go ahead and take that end and put it through here. All right, so just to see that closer, I went and put this through that little loop right there. I still have this one up top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull that. And what that's doing is going to be pulling the rope that we used underneath. Alright, so now once it's underneath, you can go ahead and cut this little remnants that we have. And I don't have much on mine, but we'll just go ahead and snip that off. Maybe do it a little bit tighter, there we go. And then you can just pull a little bit more so it's underneath there. And then you can go ahead and cut this top part off. Ooh, maybe you have better scissors than I do. And then you're also going to do the same thing and cut off these 4 extra strings here. Of course, just kind of be mindful that you're not cutting off this part. So these 4 ropes, and we're just going to cut that there. Cut it pretty close to the top. Alright, and there you are. You have your macrame wristlet. You can kind of pull on it, see how strong it is, but works great. You can add your keys on there. All of this guy, just trash, or you can do a little smaller craft with them if you'd like, but this is how it should look at the very end. Thank you for joining and making the macrame wristlet with me.